Let's talk about the hidden story your body is telling you every single day. So, why do we feel so tired, even when we're told we're perfectly fine? Let's get right into it, because the answer, well, it tells us something really important about health in the world we live in today. It's a question so many of us have, and the answer isn't on the surface. It's very deep inside our biology, way before things start to go wrong. To really get a handle on your health, you have to stop thinking of it as a single moment in time. It's not just a snapshot from your yearly checkup. It's more like a story, a narrative that's always unfolding, and it starts long, long before you ever feel a single symptom. And this story plays out across 4 different levels. It starts super small, at the molecular level, all the tiny chemical reactions happening inside you. Then it builds up to the cellular level in your tissues. From there, it becomes, well, you, the whole person, at the organismal level. And finally, it connects you to everything around you. The key thing to remember is that each level has a direct impact on the next. So you've got this incredibly complex architecture, right? From your very DNA all the way out to your daily life. But here's the kicker. The world we've built, with its constant pressure, the long work hours, the endless demands, it's become the villain in our own health story. Think about it. Our modern life is almost designed to work against our biology. The default path, the long days at the office, the stressful commutes, the easy-to-grab processed food, it's all pushing us away from feeling truly alive. It's like we're silently drifting towards problems, even when we're trying our best to be healthy. So how does this actually happen? This decline isn't some sudden event. It's a slow, predictable journey. And this is the part of the story that's happening silently, under the radar of our busy day-to-day lives. Your body is incredibly smart. It doesn't just break. It sends out signals as it moves through these 4 phases. And it all kicks off with this first phase of silent adaptation. This is the tricky part, because on the outside, everything seems totally fine. So during this adaptation phase, you feel normal, but your body is struggling. Behind the scenes, your biological reserves are getting used up. Your body is working overtime, just trying to cope with everything we throw at it. The long hours, sitting all day, and the whole time you feel completely normal. Okay, now here's where things get interesting. The body starts to push back. This is the disadaptation phase. That constant fatigue, the nonstop cravings for sugar, the feeling that you just can't lose weight no matter what. These are not small things. These are massive warning signs that your body's energy reserves are getting seriously low. Exactly. These symptoms are signals. They're not the actual problem. And if we ignore them, we slide right into the next phase, pre-disease. This is where your body just isn't playing along anymore. The foundation of your health really starts to crack, and that sets the stage for much bigger problems later on. So what's at the heart of all this? What's the common thread in this whole slow decline? Well, it's not just one organ failing here or one system going haywire there. It's something much more fundamental. It's the breakdown of your body's central command center. I want you to think of your immune system as your body's director of defense. It's in charge of all the protection and all the repair. But when it's constantly under attack from stress, from pollution, from everything, it gets weak. And when the director gets weak, the whole operation starts to fall apart. And listen, this isn't some brand new idea. We're talking about decades of Nobel Prize-winning science here. Research has confirmed again and again that our own immune system is the most powerful weapon we have against threats from the inside. It's the intelligence of that system that's the real key. But this is where we get to the turning point. Because this story, it doesn't have to end with decline. We can actually change the plot. We can shift the narrative away from that slow descent and towards a story of recovery. And the real key to doing that isn't just about masking symptoms or managing problems with pills. The real path back to feeling great is all about restoring the intelligence of the immune system itself. This is a totally different way of thinking about it, right? It's a huge shift in strategy. Instead of just suppressing symptoms, which is really just a temporary fix, the focus is on restoring communication. It's about re-educating the body's own defense network so it can heal from the inside out. So how in the world do you re-educate an immune system? Well, it's not about just another supplement or herb. It's about something called transfer factors. The best way to think about them is like tiny, intelligent messenger molecules. They're not about brute force. They're about providing information, like giving your immune cells the right data so they know exactly what to look for and how to respond. And the impact of this is, well, it's huge. Research has actually shown that when you educate immune cells with these biological signals, their ability to take out threats can increase by more than 45%. That's a massive boost, and it's all done just by improving the communication that's already happening inside your body. So at the end of the day, this whole thing is about giving your body's director of defense the critical intelligence it needs to do its job properly. And let's be honest, in the super high-stress world we're all living in, it needs all the help it can get. Okay, so with this new understanding, let's look at how you can actually start to rebuild your own health narrative, how you can become the author of your own story of feeling great. This is the big transformation we're aiming for. It's about going from just surviving the day, just dragging yourself through, to actually living with real energy, with mental clarity, and a deep sense of wellness. It's about leaving that state of confusion behind, that feeling of, why do I feel so bad when my tests say I'm fine? And moving into a place of control, where you have the knowledge and the tools you need to take your health back into your own hands.
And always remember this: your environment does not have to be your destiny. The power to change this story is truly in your hands. Your health isn't set in stone. It's a living, breathing thing that can absolutely be rebuilt and made stronger.
So by making a choice to support your own immune intelligence, you can hit the brakes on that silent decline and start climbing back up to the kind of wellness you were actually designed for. The story can still change. And you?
Thank you, Namaste.